thought it was a perfect opportunity to talk about plateaus.
We are headed to Aldi.
I am just at a loss for words, y'all. And then you can just slice, slice, slice. I'm about to devour this. All right, y'all, I am hungry. I've been working all morning. I just got back from a walk and your girl's just really hungry. It's almost 12. I usually get really hungry around 12. So let's make some lunch. I just came across, super random, the most delicious looking salad. This salad just looks bomb. There wasn't a recipe for it, but it just gave me some good inspo. So let's do it. I'm actually so glad that I have arugula in the fridge because I kind of take breaks from stuff like arugula or spinach. Like I'm always on a kick where I'm like, oh, I love arugula. And then I get bored of it, right? But right now I'm like missing it. So I just got some from Whole Foods literally yesterday. So I'm so happy. We're gonna make a salad with this. I'm gonna actually add beans to my salad. It's something I don't usually do. I have some fresh lemon to squeeze on top too. So we're gonna do arugula, feta, major key. Wish I had tomatoes, but I don't, so that kind of sucks. Let's do some onion, and we're gonna do cucumber. Gotta have the cucumber, and black beans. But first, I really don't know what I'm gonna eat. So whenever I don't know what I'm gonna eat, I always get in my freezer. Like if I don't have anything defrosted and I'm not doing any sort of like fresh cooking, then I will just warm something up. I have been loving, so I don't actually have any right now because I finished them all up, but it is the Real Good chicken. I got it from Walmart, I think Whole Foods, and I think Costco even has it as well, but I've been loving those. They're very high protein and the calories are really good, but I just ran out. And then I came across these from Whole Foods, and y'all, they're good. Like they taste so good, and I love the macros on them. For 4 meatballs is 160 calories, 15 grams of protein. So that is really good. So I am thinking, I have some rice already meal prepped in the fridge. So I love how I say meal prepped. It's just leftover rice. I have some rice in the fridge. So I'm thinking of having rice, meatballs, and a giant bean feta cucumber salad with arugula. That sounds good to me. So let's do it. This one has spinach and red pepper, which is really good. I'll probably do both, honestly. And then this one's the roasted garlic with Parmesan cheese. This one, surprisingly, roasted red pepper and spinach is 10 more calories, but one more, oh no, same protein, just 10 more calories. Very random. Anyways, doesn't matter. It's just 10. So I'll probably mix up and do both of those, but there's also these ones. Same brand, chicken meatballs with roasted vegetables. So I will probably just mix it all up and do a couple of each. This one's the lowest calories, 150 calories for 4 pieces, 14 grams of protein. There's 1 gram of fiber in this one though. Oh, 1 gram of fiber in the other ones too. Oh, no fiber in the roasted garlic one. So I think it is really worth it to get the spinach and red pepper and the roasted vegetable one, but you know your girl loves garlic and cheese, come on. So I'm gonna mix it up and do all of them. I'm gonna just do all of them. I love that it's made with chicken raised with no antibiotics, and the ingredients are really good, honestly. Super simple ingredients. So let's pop that in the air fryer. So let's see, 4 is 150 calories. Yeah, y'all know I like a big portion. So this will be like my one large meal for the day, and then I'll do something small after. And again, that's just how I like to have my calories. People get really butthurt about that. People are like, you only ate 1 meal a day? You're starving yourself. And I'm just like, sweetie, that 1 meal that I ate was almost 1,000 calories, had like 50 grams of protein, and like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not about the meal, it's about what is that meal. You know what I'm saying? So break it down how you want to break it down. I could easily do a smaller meal right now and eat again later, but I actually just, most of the time, sometimes I like 2 meals, but most of the time I prefer to have 1 large meal. That doesn't mean that I won't eat for the rest of the day. I'll definitely have something small later. Like I'll probably make like a berry smoothie for Kylo because he loves those, and I'll have one too. You know what I mean? But I don't know, your girl likes big meals. Arrest me, okay? All the popo on me, okay? I like big meals. So I'll do 4 of the roasted vegetable. I'm a skinny legend, so I'll just have more of the vegetable one. 2 of the roasted garlic and 2 of the spinach. Okay, you know what? That package was a mission to open. I don't feel like opening the other one, so we're just gonna do 4 of the garlic one. I mean, you know your girl has her eye on the garlic one anyways. So I will do 15 minutes on 450 because I like it extra crispy. I love dry meatballs, by the way. Like, I love a good juicy meatball too, but there's just something about like dry meatballs. I love them. Okay, so I just decided to make a giant bowl so that I can have it for the next few days. Arugula, cucumber, feta, onion, black beans, and Kalamata olives. I'm actually a little sad because I thought I had fresh lemon, and I just checked the fridge and it literally has mold on it. Wish I could add avocado to this, but my avocados are not ripe. Skinny pieces only. We only do skinny round her, okay? Oh, please ignore me, y'all. I don't like that much onion in my salad, to be very honest with you. Cucumber, my favorite trick to cut cucumber is to slice it, but not all the way to the bottom so that it still stays intact and it's easy to cut or easy to hold. And then you can just slice, slice, slice. Y'all know I hate chopping, so this just makes it like a dream. Now, this is why I love talking with y'all in the comments, because one of you told me, oh my God, I did not realize it dripped all over the counter. One of you guys told me to make sure to really rinse out the beans because it's literally just preservative water. So if you consume that water, you're literally just like, it's not good. So I'm like, okay, sis, I hear you. Rinse it out. So we're gonna be rinsing it out. But what I do wanna know is, aren't these cooked? Like, you don't really need to cook them, right? Like if you're making a salad, you can just pop this straight in there. Right? These are cooked. Wait, I'm so slow. They're obviously cooked because aren't actual beans like dried and small? Yeah, so these are cooked. Oh my God. Now I'm like all curious about how beans grow. Like, do they grow dried or are they dried? Like, do people dry them and sell them dried? Like, now I'm just too curious, y'all. Anyways, we're gonna drop some beans in there. Not too many because I just don't want this salad to be like really high calorie. Look how good this is looking, y'all. Feta, my fave. Kylo loves feta too, and he loves beans. I think he'll love this salad. He'll be happy when he gets home from school. Kalamata olives. Look, I really wanted lemon for this salad. I feel like the lemon just really matches it even more, but I don't know. I only have lime in my fridge and I just can't pass up on a fresh citrus in this. So we're gonna do lime, which I feel like it would still be good with. I need more. Some apple cider vinegar, just a little bit because we already have that lime. Avocado oil. Not too much because I'd rather more lime and vinegar than oil for the calories. How good does this look, y'all? This would be incredible with some fresh tomatoes. Fun fact, I used to hate tomatoes and now I'm like really low-key liking them, especially the little grape cherry ones or grape tomatoes, whatever they're called. Some red onion in this would be so good. Like, I feel like the salad needs more color, but we're working with what we got. How delish does this look? Okay, totally forgot to add salt and black pepper to the salad. A must. This is Celtic salt, black pepper. Remember, this is a big bowl, so you need a lot of seasoning. It's more than just one portion size or more than one serving. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic too. A little bit. I don't usually add garlic to my salad, but I feel like with the bean, it'll just be good. It's like a merge between a Greek salad, but then the beans makes it a little bit like, it's just, this looks good. A tip, whenever you warm up your rice, make sure you put a little smidge of water in there. The water is gonna help create steam and the rice will warm up like it's brand new. If you don't add water, it gets all dry. Look how good these meatballs look, y'all. So yum. Ooh! Almost lost a meatball, y'all. I'm about to scooch this rice down over because I want a large portion of salad. Like this salad, I did a taste test, y'all. It is fire. Like I could eat the entire bowl and I'm actually debating on eating the entire bowl. Kylo's going to love this salad, y'all. I definitely put less rice than I normally would, so I will definitely make sure to have a decent little small meal slash snack later to make up for it. But how good does this look? I mean, about 300 calories for the meatballs. I didn't do a full cup of rice. This is about 150. The salad, I'll have to calculate it, but this is like roughly 150. So we're looking at 600 calories for this one meal. So not that big. I'll definitely have room later for another little meal. I mean, how good does that look, y'all? I'm about to devour this while I watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. All right, update y'all. I went yesterday to get my blood work for my thyroid, so I should have my results in the next 2 days. I'm very curious. I don't know if you guys remember the last update. My last 2 blood works was a TSH of 2, so they didn't change even though I increased my medication from 90 mg to I think 110 or 105. From 90 to 105, I increased my medication, and my TSH stayed at 2. So now I'm on 120, and I just tested my TSH yesterday to see what that 120 has been doing. Has it gotten me below the 2? So we will see how that goes, but I will say I have been feeling like I've been taking naps lately, like small little short nap, and I have been feeling a little bit tired. So I just have a feeling my TSH is still not in an optimal range, but I do feel in a good enough place with my thyroid where I have been able to lose weight. I think I've lost like, what, 5 or 6 pounds now. So that is a positive. At least my thyroid is not in a place where I'm gaining anymore, you know what I mean? We're on the path to better roads for the thyroid situation. Just still, I can't believe, like, I started in January trying to find my medication here in the US, and it's now August. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. We are going on to 6, 7, 8 months. 8 months of back and forth, upping the dose and testing blood work to find my perfect dose here. And it just goes to show you how different medication can be just different countries. Like in Canada, it took me a while too. Like it took me months to find my perfect dose. And it's like now I'm just starting all over again, like in another place, right? So now I have to find my perfect dose here again. The reason why it takes so long is because you have to wait at least 6 weeks in between blood work. So it's like getting the dose, waiting 6 weeks, getting a new dose, waiting 6 weeks, getting a new dose, waiting 6 weeks. So yeah, it takes months, like, you know, when you do the math of it all. So yeah, hopefully soon your girl will get her proper dose so I can just feel top tier again. I haven't felt top tier since December 2024. Like ever since January, it's been like downward, but now I feel like obviously I'm getting up there now because my TSH is finally at a 2, or was at a 2. We'll see what it is now. Obviously I'm going upwards now, but I'm still just not at my peak like I was in December 2024. You love that song? He loves Frozen right now. He's in his Frozen era, loves Olaf. Who's your favorite from Frozen?
Olaf.
Ah, you love Olaf. And you love the Let It Go song?
Yeah, I like to let it go.
Nice. Also, we have some major updates to sit down with y'all to talk about regarding my weight. This is a good whole lesson to be learned. So I will definitely sit down when I get a chance to sit down and chat with you guys, and we'll do a weight update. I am just like truly at a loss for words, y'all. Like I just got my thyroid blood work results back in, and my TSH, like this is actually laughable at this point. My TSH is still 2.0. Like to have 3 separate blood works done and all 3 of them say 2.0, 2.0, 2.0, all within 6 to 8 weeks apart for the last 3 months is literally mentally draining. I can't for the life of me get my TSH close to that 1 mark that I feel the best at. I'm racking my brain. So my doctor wants me to talk to another doctor at the same like health center that I go to, who specializes a little bit more in thyroid, because she's saying it's just like the 3 blood works in a row. It's just a little puzzling how it hasn't moved. I went from 90 to 120. No, I went from something, I don't remember. Anyways, basically I increased the dose 2 times and no change. So I guess I'm gonna have to increase it again and see. I've never had this problem before. I've always saw some movement with increases of dose. So it's just really strange. I'm trying to think if there's any like new supplements I've been taking that might be affecting my blood work. The only thing I can think of that I just came across on Reddit is that taking biotin can affect your thyroid blood work results. It doesn't directly affect your thyroid. It just can mess with your blood work results. So you should stop taking it 2 days before your blood work or something. And I have been taking a supplement with biotin in it. So I wonder if that's the case. I have an appointment in a few days with the doctor that specializes in thyroid. So I'm gonna ask her about it and just see. I'm just like racking my brain wondering what is going on. But it's just like, oh, I just know I would feel so much better if I get myself to that TSH of 1. And it's just so frustrating because I've been sitting at a TSH of 2 for the last 3 months. I'm grateful that it is at least 2 because I have been able to lose some weight, as you guys have seen. But my weight loss like is slower. Like for 3 months in, normally at the 3-month mark, I lose usually roughly about 10 pounds in 3 months. And I think I've only lost like 5 or 6 in 3 months. So you can just see it's slower because my TSH is not in the best place. But I try to like remind myself I am still thankful that my TSH is at least at a 2 because I know it could be worse and it could be higher. So I'm grateful that I've at least gotten myself to a better place. I'm just not at the best place. Do you know what I mean? I know that if I would feel better and I would have an easier weight loss journey if I was able to just get my thyroid closer to that 1 like I have been in the past. So that's just the frustrating part, but I do just like humble myself and remind myself it could be worse. Do you know what I mean? But it just is so puzzling. So I need your guys' help if you have ever been through this where your TSH just stayed the same even after you increase your medication. I didn't even know that was actually possible. Like, is somebody giving me a placebo pill? Because I have not seen any changes in 3 months. It's just insane. It's so frustrating. So I'm gonna talk to that doctor and just see like what things I could do naturally to help my thyroid, even though I've tried exploring that option in the past, and it's just like, there's a lot of research that lacks in terms of like what to do naturally for your thyroid. There's just, the research is lacking in that department, so it could just be really tough. But yeah, we're gonna see what she recommends. I just know there's just not that many people that are on the same thyroid medication as me. I feel like the other ones are more like Levo and Synthroid are more common. But if there's anyone out there that is on Armour or desiccated thyroid medication, please help me out. What dose are you on? And have you ever had this problem where you've increased it a couple times and it still stayed the same? I've never had this problem. So I'm just curious. I mean, I'm on 120 of Armour / desiccated thyroid. So I feel like most people are on Levo or Synthroid. So most people can't really like directly relate or give me advice in relation to the desiccated thyroid medication. So if there's anyone out there on Armour, help your girl out, because I am struggling, y'all. Like, I'm puzzled. I'm literally puzzled. Like, it's just mind blowing. And it's funny because like, I kind of was like, I don't really feel a difference, but I thought you must be going crazy, Amy. How could you not feel a difference? You just increased it from 90 to 120. Or sorry, not 90 to 120, 105. Went from 90 to 105 to 120. All right, y'all, let's sit down, chit chat, and do a weight update. I need to sit on a pillow because when I sit, I'm so low. And y'all are sitting on the windowsill. All right, let's sit on this. Oh, we're still a bit low here. Okay, let's do a little weight update. I'm actually excited to update you guys because I found this month very interesting. In the month of July, my weight stalled for literally, y'all, 3.5 weeks. Like, we were approaching plateau level, which I thought it was a perfect opportunity to talk about plateaus. So for weight loss plateau, a lot of people, if you don't lose weight for 2-3 weeks, they freak out and they think, oh my God, I'm in a plateau. Let me lower my calories. Let me run an extra mile. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me just basically freak out, go into panic mode and switch their entire routine, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I definitely do think it's a bad thing to prematurely lower your calories or anything like that. So this is my PSA to say you are not technically in a plateau unless you have not lost any weight at all for more than 4 weeks. Like, 4 weeks is that mark, which I know sucks. Like, waiting 4 weeks can be really hard and it can really suck and it can mess with your head. But that's why you really cannot focus on the number in the scale. Focus on how you feel that month. Focus on how clothing is fitting you. Focus on measuring tape measurements. Don't focus too much on the scale. You still weigh yourself because that data is important. But I know those 4 weeks will suck, but you have to wait 4 weeks before you like go into panic mode. You know what I mean? And again, even then, there's no need to go into panic mode. Just do a refeed, which I will talk about refeeds again in a future vlog. I've talked about it in the past, but basically your girl was stuck at 143. I literally did not lose any weight for 3.5 weeks, which is not crazy because it's funny, I'm coming up on that 3-month mark. I started my calorie deficit for a while, but it really didn't start kicking in until I got the correct thyroid medication dose, which you guys know the whole story on that. So that wasn't until like the last week of April, I would say. So last week of April to now, I've been in a calorie deficit, May, June, July, like about 3 months now, which is funny because that's what I find to be that mark. That 3-month mark is when a lot of people tend to struggle in their weight loss journey. And why? It's because the first 3 months on a calorie deficit, easy peasy lemon squeezy, especially for a woman. For a woman with our hormones, it's not even good to be on a calorie deficit for more than 12 weeks straight, preferably 8 weeks, but you could do 12 because it's just not healthy for our hormones. It's good to take a break. It starts to get harder to lose weight after that 3-month mark. So that 3-month mark is really when you're going to be tested. Your discipline is going to be tested heavily because you are going to be challenged. And it's funny because it literally happened to me. It's like clockwork. And I stayed consistent, stayed persistent, and did not let anything get in my head. And what do you know, at that 3.5 week mark, right before the 4 weeks, bam, your girl has dropped weight and I am officially at 142 flat. And I'm telling you, I'm like a day or two away from being in the 141. So I'm so excited because that makes me officially 7 pounds down. And I'm so happy because your girl's still, as you guys saw, struggling a little bit. I mean, my thyroid's not super bad, thankfully, but I'm not even at my optimal TSH yet. So I'm so proud of myself for losing 7 pounds in the past 3 months, which we're also going to talk about the obsession people have with like losing a large amount in a small period of time. We're going to talk about that soon. But yeah, this is me to tell you guys that that is going to happen when you first start a calorie deficit. You're just going to be on this high. You're going to feel so good. You're going to be losing weight at such a good pace, and then it's going to slow down and then it's going to stall. And that's when your discipline is really going to be be tested. You have to stay consistent. It's a mental game, and push through. If you push through that, you'll have so much growth as a person, and you'll really be able to take your weight loss journey to the next level, because you will be able to continue to lose weight. You will be. Just stay consistent, and eventually you will drop your weight. Now, if I hadn't dropped any weight, let's say now it had been 4 or 5 weeks and I still hadn't dropped any weight, I would have taken a refeed week. What is a refeed week? I'll go into it in detail. Again, I have in the past, but a refeed week in short is where you just basically eat your maintenance calories for a week. You can either up it slowly until you reach maintenance. Some people prefer to do that to avoid gaining some water weight. I don't really care about that because I'm like, it's water weight. Basically, if you're on a calorie deficit one day and then the next day you increase your calories to maintenance, you're gonna gain like 1 or 2 pounds. It's not fat, it's just water weight. Some people just don't even like that, and they just like prefer to slowly increase it. So if your deficit is 1600, they prefer to do 1700 the next day, then 1800, then 1900, then 2000, and then stay at their maintenance, whatever their maintenance is. So basically do that until they reach their maintenance, stay at their maintenance for a week. Some people prefer to do that slower method because you do avoid gaining that water weight. I usually just go straight into maintenance the next day. Again, gain 1 to 2 pounds water weight. That water weight will disappear in another couple days. Like, it's literally just water weight. So it all depends what you want to do. If you like to do the slow and steady, or if you like to just get right to it and stay in maintenance for at least a few days, preferably a week. So that's what you would do. If you are in a plateau, before you go to refeed week, you could try, lowering your calories. You could definitely do that. That's an option. But if you are like me and you're short, there's only so low you can really go. Like, your girl's already eating 1500. Do you want me to eat 12 like a toddler? My toddler is eating 1200 calories. Actually, no, he eats more than that, which is kind of embarrassing. Anyways, so if you're short and you really just don't have that much more wiggle room, just go into refeed, which, to be honest with you, I need to do a refeed really soon anyways, because it's just not good for your hormones, and I already struggle with my thyroid. So I'm probably soon gonna take you guys and document my whole refeed week. So we'll actually document that and go through that. I'm gonna do that soon, to be honest with you. I wanna plan it out good and see when I'll do it, and we'll vlog that. Anyways, let's discuss the obsession that people have with losing a large amount of weight in a short period of time. There's just like this obsession, right? I just told you guys I lost 7 pounds in 3 months. I mean, let's be honest, 7 pounds in 3 months, it doesn't sound incredible. Let's be honest, right? Let's call a spade a spade. It doesn't sound incredible. 15 pounds in 3 months, or even 20 would have been like, whoa, like so much more exciting, right? I don't know what the obsession is with that. I really don't. I get it that it sounds exciting, but people need to really like wrap their minds around what that means. When you lose a large amount of weight, unless you have started your weight loss journey being in an obese range of weight or BMI, losing a large amount of weight in a short period of time is not good. More than likely, you have lost a lot of muscle and you've lost a lot of water. What does that do? At that point, you're just getting excited about metrics. Isn't the whole point to actually be excited about fat loss? Now, actual fat loss, the number on the scale is going to look lower and your journey is gonna look slower. But a lower and slower journey is better because you're gonna be able to maintain muscle. Who cares about water? I don't want the scale to drop 5 pounds tomorrow if it's just water. I don't care. I don't want the scale to lose 5 pounds tomorrow if it's gonna be muscle. No, that's not the goal. So I think that's what people need to just like adjust their mind frame around. It's more important to lose weight slower and steady because you're maintaining that muscle loss. A lot of times people will cut carbs out completely. They'll drop a lot of weight and be so excited. Most of that weight is water weight. Because if you look at how carbs hold on to water and all the science behind that, congrats, you've lost a lot of water weight. You know what I mean? It's like we have to drop the obsession with like a large amount of weight loss in a short period of time. The more muscle you have on your body, not only are you gonna look better because you're gonna look stronger, you're gonna look more toned, your body's gonna be able to burn more calories. The more muscle you have, the more calories your body burns while you're literally just sitting on the couch watching a movie. So the goal is to have more muscle, less fat, not necessarily less weight as a whole. So I just wanted to talk about that because I want to mention to y'all, if you have, let's say, only lost 5 pounds or only lost 10 pounds and it feels like it's only 5, it matters. And you also just need to like shift your focus from the number to worrying about measuring. I just got this like smart measuring, I'll show you guys soon, but from Renpho, like this smart measuring tape, that's a way better metric to kind of focus on. Now I know that I'm saying this, but I tend to like do the scale more. I'm gonna be honest with you, I use the scale as like my main form of metric because it's just so easy to just like step on. A lot of times like it's like, do I want to like measure myself constantly? No, but I do think measuring is important and I like to do it once a month, but to measure my journey on a daily basis, it's just easier to step on the scale. But this is just me reminding you, the scale is not everything, that it's a small little tiny piece of the puzzle. And it's so much more important to focus on how clothing is fitting your body, measuring, and also before and after photos are everything. So So, you know, someone could lose 20 pounds, but then they end up looking really like flabby. Whereas someone could only lose 10 pounds, but now they look so lean and cut and they have some good tone. And yeah, that's just my PSA that people just need to stop being obsessed with like the number, like how much you can lose in the short amount of time type of thing. And I often remind myself of that because it's crazy. I've only lost 7 pounds, but I feel like there's a big difference in how I look, how I feel, even like my face is like leaner, and it's just a 7-pound difference, but it makes such a big difference. So yeah.
All right, y'all, we are headed to Aldi's. I saw an Instagram post that there are some hot new finds at Aldi's. There are some hot new non-toxic finds. I don't want to like get y'all hype in case we go and it's not there, because y'all know the good finds at Aldi's always go super quickly. But I saw like some stainless steel non-toxic plates for toddlers, which I'm so excited about. I really hope I come across them. And there's like a car shaped one, so I really hope I come across them because I really want to get one of those for Kylo. And there's just like other really cool non-toxic finds. And then I also came across, someone did a post on like really clean foods that are their favorite at Aldi's, and I was like, okay, hold up, I did not know that Aldi's had like this many nice clean options. So I'm excited. Fingers crossed we can find some good finds at Aldi's today. So let's go. Pump up that AC, let's be real. It's like 90 degrees out, honey. And we are here. Can y'all see that back there? We're here. Let's see what we can find. Y'all, why did the humidity just slap me in the face as soon as I opened the car door? Guys, I forgot that you need a coin for Aldi carts, and I always get nervous when that happens because then I'm like, oh my god, how embarrassing if you don't have a coin. Then I remember to have a coin in my wallet, but then someone just gave me their cart. So shout out to her. They have these super cool like collapsible bento boxes. How cool are these? I actually love this color. Like, what? So the rugs are $7.99, $5.99. I'm so sad, y'all, because I don't see the stainless steel plates, and I really wanted to get Kylo the car-shaped one. But y'all, check these out. Like, these are actually better ingredients. Not perfect, but better. This is a good find. Clean salsa. I'm so bummed that I didn't find the plates, y'all. I might go to another location. They have these shoes, love, only $7. Okay, they have a bunch of fridge organizers, and they are affordable. Only $12.99. These are like $25 for the Home Edit brand. Definitely picking some of these up. No nitrates, raised without antibiotics, and they're only $2.99. They have this one. Classic turkey breast. Okay, these are interesting. These are a great organic tortilla chip option. They're only $2.99. Definitely grabbing a pack of my faves. They're only $6.49. I have not heard of this brand, and I am tempted to try it because they are a little cheaper. If you're a fan of sweet potato chips, these ones are only $3.69, so they are cheaper than that other brand. I can't remember the other brand, but those are definitely cheaper. This is interesting. I have never heard of these, and the ingredients look good. Okay, y'all, we are back from Aldi's. Funny story, I purposely, where is it? I don't know where I put it. I put it somewhere. I purposely left the quarter in the cart, like a little bit out, so that the next person, just to kind of like give back to the next person since the lady gave me hers. And then this guy came after me. He's like, oh, you left your quarter, here it is. And I didn't have the heart to be like, oh no, I purposely left it there. So I was just like, oh, thank you. But it's just funny because I left it there to kind of give back to the next person, but then he gave it back to me and just didn't have the heart to tell him to burst his bubble, but it was sweet. Anyways, should I show y'all what I got? I mean, I showed y'all like a good amount of things that I kind of got, but I also picked up these. I have been hearing all about these. Apparently these are all the rave, okay? Like apparently all of the toddlers love these. These are freeze-dried strawberries, so I'm sure Kylo will love them. It's just real fruit. It's literally just one ingredient, strawberries. And then I picked up this sourdough bread. I love this sourdough bread, and this is the everything one, so it tastes so good. And fun fact, when my family came here in May, my dad loves that bread. So Jessica's coming to visit in September and she plans on bringing that back for him because he loves it. So the other items I showed y'all, but these, I got these as well. These are the Pure and Simple. Apparently these are like Lara bar dupes and they're obviously more affordable than the Lara bars. I got the apple pie one and the peanut butter cookie one, hoping that Kylo will like them. I also sometimes, it's kind of rare because y'all know I prefer not to use up my calories on these, but sometimes if I have a day that's just so slam packed and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't eaten, but then maybe I have an appointment to run to, like I literally don't have time to eat, then this will be something that I go for. I always go for some sort of super simple, clean, high protein bar. These ones are not extremely high protein, but I feel like 7 grams is pretty good. So I like these. Well, I hope I like them. I like the Lara bars. I love the Lara bars. Hope these are a good dupe. I am home now and putting away the groceries. And one thing I forgot to show y'all that I got, where is it? I just had it. Oh, here it is. Sriracha ketchup. Like, oh my God, I saw this on TikTok and I was like, I did not know they had this. I used to mix sriracha and ketchup all the time. And fun fact, it actually makes the best mild sauce for wings. Like that's literally how they make mild sauce for wings. It's just ketchup mixed with hot sauce, and sriracha was always my preferred hot sauce to do that. So good. So I'm so excited that I found this. Guys, tell me how I am uploading the footage on my laptop right now and I didn't even know this was on my shirt. Like could it get any more mom life than this? Just going out of the house with a whole stain on your shirt. This is literally Kylo's disgusting food stains on my shirt. So sorry about that.